Hi, this is Melissa with A Creative Journey with Melissa, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own planner or journal covers. Now, this is going to be a few parts in a series, so we're going to just start off with the first part, and then next week you can join us for the second. So anyway, what I want to show you is my sister, who is really awesome, she is getting bees at her house, and she lives in a beautiful area, and she is going to have her own beehive and raise bees. So this is really, really cool and exciting for her. And I'm so excited. I wish I was there, but I'm not. So I am going to create her something that she can keep with her if she wants to write some notes down and maybe some thoughts, observations, whatever. She can keep this in a notebook, so if she wants to refer back maybe for next year so she can look at the difference or whatever, that'll be perfect for her. So what this is this is actually the front cover and the back cover of what is going to be a book for her. And this is a close-up shot. And if my sister happens to be watching this, sorry. You'll see the finished product throughout the little parts in the series, so you get to wait too. So this here is the front, okay? And then we have the inside, and then we have the back. Okay, and we also have a little piece of ribbon, so when I bind this, she can keep her place, so she'll know exactly where she is or where she left off. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to show you how to make this. Now please understand that this is a pretty simple process, but there are so many things that you can do with this. I just want to give you a jumping off point, and I hope that you share what you've created, because there are so many amazing creative people out there. I just hope to inspire somebody to just get their creativity on. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this aside, and what we need is we need some ink. We need some adhesive. We'll of course need our stamp block, which is important if we're going to be stamping. We need our Creative Journey with Melissa Everyday Alphabet Uppercase and Emoticon stamp set. Okay, I'll give you a little close-up shot of this. This is really a fun set, okay? And don't laugh too hard. This may look like a mistake, but I was so excited with this set, and I had some space for an extra, so I put in 2 of those because I was like, "Ooh, wow!" You know, I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, try to add a little humor with some of my creating, so that's what I did there. Okay, so we're going to need some scissors, and we're also going to need this here. I'm going to rearrange this just a little bit. Okay, we're going to need some paper. We have a little bee. We have the front and the back, so you'll need 2 pieces. Okay, and this is I would call it's a little bit thicker than a cereal box, which I'm not sure if you're aware of, but you could use a cereal box and cover that. That way you can be recycling. So it's a little bit thicker. It's chipboard, but I'd say, I'm not even sure exactly, maybe 1/16 of an inch, maybe 1/32, probably 1/16 of an inch, I would guess. So we have that there, and then we have the covers for the front and the back. And if you notice, this one is the opposite of the other one I have. So I'm not sure which one she's going to like better, but she's going to get them all, so I hope she likes them all. Anyway, so on the example, I had the stripes going this way, and on this one, I have the stripes going this way. It's just a different look, and you'll see them both compared to each other at the end. It'll also give you a little idea as to what you prefer, okay? Then we're also going to have this piece of paper here, and we also need this to stamp on, and then we have our cute little bee to add to it, okay? So that's what we need for our project. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off by covering this right here. So we're going to take all these pieces and we're going to set them aside. We don't need any of this stuff. So there's 2 different ways you can adhere this, okay? And what I would suggest is, now if you notice here that there's 2 pieces the same here and 2 pieces the same here, what I did so that they matched is I did the front and the back like this, and then I did the inside the same. So however you want to do it, if you want the front to match to the inside or whatever you want, that's your choice. That's definitely a creative choice for you, okay? But what I would suggest is there's 2 different ways as far as adhering this. That's what I was saying originally until I totally interrupt myself, which I do often. Anyway, so you could put adhesive on the paper itself and then put it to the chipboard, or you could put it on the chipboard and then adhere and just place the paper on it. I don't know that there's really one better than the other, but I'm going to show you both so you can see, because I've got to do this 4 times. So I would suggest you do it all the way to the edge. Make sure you put adhesive all the way to the edge and try to cover as much as you can. It's important here because you want to make sure that your sides don't lift up, okay? So I'm going to place adhesive on the front of both of these, which will actually turn out to be the back and the front. They will be opposite sides in the creation, okay? So what I'm going to do is, I have this one here, and I'm going to have this one here. I'm going to make them the same, and then I'll show you what I do just to flip it around so that it matches. I'm going to line up this little corner right here, and I'm just going to make sure it lines up right to the edge and try to make sure that it's all covered. The adhesive that I'm using is scrapbook adhesives. It's called Easy Dots. I like this because it's repositionable for a little bit. So if I do happen to put it down and it's not exactly where I want it, I do lift it up. But try not to push it down like, you know, that you're doing the final adhesion, because if you do, sometimes it's a little bit harder to lift up. So I think this is good. Okay, and you're just going to try to make sure you line it up to all the edges. So I think that looks good. Just rub it out like this. Make sure the edges are for sure put down. Okay, and we'll set that one aside. Now we're going to do this one. Same thing. Just make sure you have adhesive on all the edges so that you try to make sure that the corners do not lift, and make sure that the corners are all covered. So we're going to do the same thing as we just did for the last one. Okay. Okay, so now you see we have 2 of the same, okay, and these are the chipboard ones, okay? So what we're going to do is this will be the front and this will be the back. So what I'm doing is this looks the same, and then you flip it. It's almost like it's the mirror image. Okay, so you can see that. That's what I chose to do, okay? So then on this one, this is going to be the inside cover. And again, if you decide at one point, you know what, I like it the other way around, then flip it. Do whatever you want. Again, that is totally your choice. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to set these aside. I'm going to put adhesive on this paper. Now last time, as you saw, I put adhesive on the chipboard. But now I'm going to put adhesive on the paper and place it that way, okay? Again, I don't know that one's any better than the other, but there are 2 different ways to do it. It's not too complicated, it's just another way to do it. So that's all I wanted to show you, okay? So we're going to line this cutie up right here. Yeah, I know, paper, cute, whatever. So we're going to try to make sure that all these corners are lined up good. Okay, looks pretty good. Now, sometimes you're not going to get it perfect, and that's okay. There's a little bit out, we can cut that off, but truthfully, once we're done with this project, you won't even notice. So then we're going to add this cutie right here. And I'm going to put some adhesive all on the edges, like I did with the other one. Oops, came off a little bit. And then we're going to put a little bit more adhesive there, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this right on top into the corner. Okay, and it looks like it's lined up pretty well. Okay, so now I have a little bit of adhesive on my finger, so I'm trying to wipe that off. Now I'm going to make sure that all these edges are done. And I'm going to do this one just one more time, just to make sure that the edges are good. Okay, so now you have the front and the back of the cover. Okay, now you can do it like this. You can do it any way you want. It's totally up to you. And so what we're going to do now, actually, and this is a perfect example of what I forgot to do, is we're going to take this part up just a little bit. Okay, and just this part right here, we're going to lift it up. Like I said, don't do it, if you don't push it down all the way. You don't want to do that. Yeah, well, I just did, and that's one of the reasons why I love this adhesive, because when I make mistakes, I can fix them. Okay, so what I forgot to do is, and truthfully, I have done this 4 times and every time I've forgotten it. You'd think I would know by now, but for some reason, I do not. So I'm going to take some adhesive and I'm going to place it right here like a long little strip. And then I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm just going to place it right along that little strip. Okay. And push it down, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive right in the corner there, and maybe a little bit more adhesive right there just to make sure it sticks, because this will be the second time. And then I'm going to cover that up. Okay, so there. That's what I should have done, and I made a mistake. And here we go, we fixed it. How you like that? Okay, so what we're going to do is you can have this so that it covers up this side, or you can have it so it covers up this side. You can have it in the back, you can have it in the front. Again, there's so many different choices you can do. It's totally up to you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use this for the back. We will use this for the inside. So it's going to be like this. Okay? Okay. So now we don't need the back part. We're going to set that aside. We're going to take our stamps, which I already have my sister's name on here. And what I did was I already placed it because I knew that this probably would take a little bit. So it's Lori, as you can see. Okay, I'm going to take out my ink and I'm going to take out my paper right here. Now I'm stamping this now just to make sure that it's dry once I adhere it, okay? So we're going to take this out. We're going to take our letters and we're just going to ink it right here, like so. And then we're going to place it right here on the paper, okay? And I have it a little bit offset. Looks good. So I'm going to close up this ink. I won't be needing this anymore. I'll put that aside, and I'm going to put that aside. I need to wipe off my finger. I got a little bit of ink on me, so I'm going to do that. In the meantime, we're going to set this aside because we're going to use this in just a second. We're going to adhere this yellow piece of paper. Now, it doesn't matter as far as this goes if it's exactly on the edge or if you adhere, you know, wherever, as long as you make sure that it adheres. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means whatsoever. Now, again, you can also use this here. You could use this in the front. There's a lot of different things you can do. I'm going to use this for my back piece, okay? Meaning this part where the ribbon is, so you can be the placeholder, all right? So we're going to use that for the back cover. But for this, I am going to take it and I'm going to make sure that I place this part, because this is going to be the front of our planner journal. Okay, and I'm just going to place it right here. Now the reason why I'm offsetting it a little bit is because I want to make sure there's enough room right here for our rings when I do bind it, and this way the center will actually be more along this way, like along here, because the rings will be here. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this around because this is how I work, is backwards and upside down. And I think that looks pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm going to push that down. Okay, so that's that part. All right, and then we're going to take some adhesive here, place it on the back. Again, on this part, the only part that's really, really important that you add adhesive all the way around is the cover, to make sure that the edges don't pop up, okay? So we're going to take this, make sure it's centered on the side, and that's that, okay? And then we have the B. We're going to be putting some adhesive on this, and we're going to just place this little cutie right here, okay? So now we have the front and the back. So this is the front, the inside, and the back. That is what we've got going today. So let me show you the difference of what we've got here. We have this one, or we have this one. I really like them both. I'm not sure which one I prefer better, the stripes horizontally or vertically. but I think they're both really cute and I hope she likes them. So this is the part 1 of the project we're doing. And again, you can use this creation for a planner, you can use it for a journal, you could use it for smash booking, you could use it for all kinds of different things. You can make a little mini album. Mother's Day's coming up, Father's Day's coming up. There's a lot of different things you can do with this. So I hope you stay tuned and make sure you check out our website and also our YouTube video, excuse me, I cannot talk today. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to subscribe to our blog, and that will be awesome because then you'll get the latest information, news, and all of our projects, okay? So thank you so much for joining us today, and we really hope that you enjoyed going on a creative journey with Melissa. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.